I can't show you one of the coolest new watches I saw at the Toronto Timepiece Show. This is a censored picture of one of the watches that made the biggest impression on me. The reason it's censored is because while it was being displayed for show attendees, we were asked not to post images on social media. So why have I shown you this image? Because it's just one of the many reasons I think you should start attending local watch events in your area. You get to be part of the story. Hello and welcome back to Automatic Reviews. I'm Mark. This week has been very busy with some big projects, and I spent all of last weekend at the Toronto Timepiece Show. So I took the opportunity this week to post a short video about the watch collectors scene because I wanted to emphasize how much getting into community events has enhanced my enjoyment of this hobby, and I think it will do the same thing for you. But before we get to that, I just want to mention that I put up videos every week, and my goal is to focus on the best watches at all price ranges. If that sounds good to you, consider hitting that subscribe button. This week's video isn't sponsored, but as always, even if it was, I'll always tell you what I really think. All right, now let's take a look at this watch show. Okay, so first let's talk about massive shows like the Toronto Timepiece Show I attended last weekend. This footage is used with full permission from Canadian watch community from their amazingly comprehensive video of the show that I've linked in the description. These events are absolutely worth the effort to attend on the few occasions a year when they're organized. For me, it was a completely positive experience. It was my first large-scale show, and it was unforgettable. I really have to emphasize to you that there are a huge variety of brands you never get to see in retail stores. The show had over 80 brands, and almost all of them are not found in malls and boutiques near you. I finally got hands-on with amazing watches from Straum, Paulin, Venezianico, Hanhart, Atelier Wen, Junghans, L.AB, Fears, 5280, and literally dozens of others. But I also finally got to try on a bel canto and hear its chime in person after years of wanting that experience. And this is actual footage of that happening, randomly captured by Canadian watch community. Really cool. I now want one more than ever, by the way. Oh no. Secondly, I can't overstate how amazing it is to talk with people in booths that know more than I do about the watches I'm looking at. If you're a watch fan, you're probably used to going into stores and teaching the employees about the watches they're selling. This is the polar opposite experience. You get to learn from people who are intimately connected with the brands. It's absolutely awesome. And if you're in the market to buy anything, most booths were equipped to sell and offering special discounts for the show, sometimes pretty significant ones. The temptation was intense. Finally, I just want to say that being surrounded by throngs of enthusiasts might not sound like a good time to the crowd wary among you, but I was amazed by how everyone there was so nice and so passionate about watches. It didn't feel overcrowded because it was like being in a giant building full of friends. It was truly special. However, I want to emphasize you don't have to attend massive shows to get exposure to hard-to-find brands and meet like-minded collectors. I've also started attending smaller local gatherings. They're really convenient because they're nearby, and they do happen more often, which is cool. And the people there are absolutely lovely and welcoming and are a bottomless well of knowledge about everything connected to the world of watches. There are even brand showcases at some events allowing you to talk directly with representatives just like at a big show. I think many of you watching have events happening soon nearby you and you just don't realize it yet. I recommend joining online communities and trying to learn more. You won't regret it. I should, however, mention, do be sure the events are legit and run by reputable people. I don't think it's a common issue, but there's always a risk of scammers, so just be sure to do your research before attending. But once you get the ball rolling, a whole new world will open up. Just imagine an entire room full of people who want to talk about watches as much as you do. It's amazing, guys. All right, that's it. That's all. Be sure to check the description for any relevant links, like where to find the full Toronto Timepiece Show video by Canadian watch community that was featured in this week's video. It's absolutely worth your time and can show you what you have to look forward to at future events. Till next week when I'll be returning with another macro-filled review. Bye-bye.